Hi everyone, I went with Padlet because one of our goals for the students at our high school is to make sure that they are ready for college or their careers after high school. Um, and so I felt like Padlet was a great way to get students to collaborate, to share their ideas, and then also present them, which they might have to do in college or whatever job that they have after school. So when you sign up for Padlet, it brings you to your dashboard. You can see here, these are the Padlets that I've already created. And so we're going to click on Make a Padlet, and it brings you to all these formats that you can create your Padlet in. So here is the canvas where the posts just kind of show up in a random order, and then you can make connections between them. Here's the timeline, grid, stream, wall, map. And then we have some advanced ones, but I'm just going to click on Canvas. It chooses a random wallpaper, but you can click on a different color if you want. I kind of like this one, so I'll just leave it. You can change the title. So my new Padlet. You can give it a description. So a sample Padlet. And then down here, it has some extra settings like comments. I like to put that on so students can comment on each other's posts. Here, you can allow them to give reactions. They can like a post. And then here, I like to click on filter profanity so that if it sees a bad word, it'll edit that out. Okay, so that is how you make a Padlet. And then I'm going to exit out. And then how you share one is with these three dots here. You're going to click on share, and then it has different options for sharing. I like the QR code because you can just post that at the front of the class, and students can even access it with their mobile devices. So that's sharing it, and then when students actually get to the Padlet, they can create new posts. And so here, my new post. And then I have different options. So I can take a picture, add a link, or I can hit the three buttons here. And then it gives me way more options. And so I like audio recorder because then if students are, they're not strong writers, they can just record themselves explaining their answer. They can draw, screen recorder, they can draw something. If they can't draw, you can give an explanation of what you want to include, and then it creates an image for you. Or you could just do an image search. So you have different options. I like that students are not limited just to writing their answers. They have different ways that they can express their knowledge. So that's how you create a Padlet, and then how students post. And then I just hit publish and it pops up. And then here is one that I created for this assignment. So I would do this with my students as kind of a warm-up before a linear equations lesson. And so this question it's a would you rather math question. And so Would You Rather Math is a website that posts a lot of would you rather questions, and some of them are a little bit silly, but they're all related to math. And so they push the students to think about how they would respond using math. So this one says work as a server at restaurant A or restaurant B. Restaurant A gives you $18 an hour, but you don't get tipped, whereas restaurant B gives you $10.50 an hour, but you are tipped. And so they're really open-ended questions, which allows students to have different answers and really come at it from different perspectives, which I like because it's encouraging students to participate in a math class in a way that's a little bit different than maybe what they've seen before. So I've shown here the different ways that you can respond. So this is the audio one. This one's the one that said I can't draw. So I just explained money, and then it gave me that image. Here you can write it in a math expression. I drew a really rough sketch of a graph for this one. That was the draw it tool. And then here it's just a regular post, just explaining I would rather work at A because of whatever. So those are the different options. And then when they're connecting their posts to someone else, because at the end of them choosing and explaining their answer, I also am going to ask them to connect to someone else so that they're reading other students' responses, and then also to reply to one of them. So I'll show you how to connect. It's these 3 buttons here. And so you click on that and it says connect to a post. And so I already have a connection to restaurant A, so I can connect to, let's see, this one. And so now this post is connected to my graph over here. And then I can also reply to a post. And so I go here to this like bubble, comment bubble, and then I can add a comment. Here I would just say like, please explain more. Since this one doesn't really have a description of what this money means. So yeah. Students can explain, or students can comment on each other's posts. They can say like, I agree, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so that's their connections and the commenting. And that is how I would use this tool in my math class. Oh, sorry.